All right, guys, I do have a Tuesday morning editorial for you. It's a real short one. I don't have a whole lot of time this morning. I have to go get tooth number 15 extracted, pulled out. Yes. It's just they're going to do a surgical procedure to pull this tooth out. I'm in pain, but I'll feel better, right? Before I get to the editorial, though, I did one. I think it was yesterday, right? The one where I did the social media guy, and a couple of people were upset. One person was mad because I was ragging on Parler and saying that a real journalist, accepts free speech. And I didn't say that anybody on Parler doesn't have a right to free speech. I just said I don't like that website because to me it seems like there are a lot of extremist and socialist, racist people on there making comments. And Parler is a social media outlet that's set up with no censorship. Kind of like Facebook, you could get put in Facebook jail or Twitter jail. Parler, you just say what you want, And so I didn't say that they don't have a right to free speech. I just said I don't like that site. I don't agree with a lot of stuff they say. Doesn't mean they don't have a right to it. And then someone else had talked about me saying I didn't have a problem with what the guy said, F Black Lives Matter. No, I don't like that, F Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with that statement. I think the guy probably does have racial tendencies. That's why he would say F Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I do have a problem with that statement. I think it's racist. But my point in that editorial was that he's almost being disciplined for free speech as, an off-duty police officer. And I thought, I don't know if that warrants discipline just because he exercised free speech. No, if someone said, all people of color should die, I think that's a racist POS statement. Only a POS, you know what I mean, would make that statement. He's a racist bastard. But should someone be disciplined for exercising their right to free speech? It's a question. Doesn't mean I agreed with what he said. It just means I was questioning, does he or does he not have the right to free speech? Sometimes people will say things that we don't agree with, or we think, I do not like what that guy said. But do they or do they not have the right to free speech? You see, KKK are all racist bastards, but do they have the right to free speech as Americans? It's a great question. So anyway, I hope that clears up a little bit. A couple of things that people were upset by that editorial. Let's jump into this one real quick. I'm done talking about that. This editorial here is going to make your day. Some of you are going to go, yes, victory. Da, 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 da. You're going to love it. Some of you are going to say, victory, finally. But it's only one town. We only got 797,000 other towns to go, right? So thank you to myfox8.com for this story. Pine Ridge is without a police force after its fourth chief in 3 years stepped down more than a month ago. Pine Ridge in Lexington County, South Carolina, has also lost 5 police officers during that same time span, leaving no one to patrol the town of 2,000 people. Interim Police Chief Vincent Solano resigned on October 13th. The state newspaper reported Solano's resignation letter said Mayor Robert Wells constantly meddles in police matters and micromanages the department. Wells says as a town official, he does have opinions on how the police department should be run. So here you've got this town, Pine Ridge, South Carolina. The mayor says, I should have opinions on how the police department's run. The police chief's upset because the mayor is meddling in police matters and micromanaging the police department. Well, he is the mayor. I don't know. I don't know about politics. I'm not big on politics, but he is the mayor. Doesn't the mayor get to have a say in what goes on with the police department? I don't know. But the whole police department quit in a town of 2,000 people. Whoa, step back now. Look out. What's their biggest crime in Pine Ridge, South Carolina? Hey, Harry the drunk is in the alley. Anybody going to pick him up? No, we don't have a police force no more. I don't know. Talk about Mayberry RFD. But I want to know what you guys think about this, because I know some of you are going to love this. The whole police force just quit, and 2,000 people are now without a police force. I wonder if Lexington County, I don't know, do they have a sheriff's department? I don't even know that, because it says, if Lexington County has a sheriff's department, maybe the sheriff's department will be able to patrol there. But don't they need to contract with the city? Kind of like here, Yucaipa and Highland and Rancho Cucamonga all contract with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department to have a police force in their town, which are sheriff's deputies. The only thing is they're considered the police force for that town through a contract with the county. Can Pine Ridge do that with Lexington County? Maybe ask for some deputies to come there and contract to have a police force. Well, 2,000 people in town, do they even have the money to pay for that? I don't know. You could see the town council of 3 people going, what are we going to do, Frank? I don't know, man. We ain't got no police force. Hey, man, we can go to Lexington County. We ain't got no goddamn money. So let me know what you guys think. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include towns with no police force from coast to coast.